Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 with PlatX here. As you can see, I am outside of the blighted village through the south gate. And as you can see there, I kind of started the video after their initial dialogue where, you hear them make some comments to each other. Um, they're continuing their chat there. That's actually Ethel from the Grove. You first encounter Ethel in the Grove.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Auntie Ethel's face creases with false concern. You realize she's lying about seeing this girl, Mayrina.
Stop this! We won't ask again!
Now, because I succeeded that insight check and I know she's lying...
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena.
It's our sister, Mayrina. She's... well... she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast!
Now, because I have Lae'zel and Astarion with me, I also have Karlach. Somebody's getting disapproved here. So if I go this route, that'll probably be good for Lae'zel and Astarion, but then Karlach will probably have a disapproval. If I do this one, it'll be the other way. Karlach will have approval, the other two will have disapproval. So let's just try this one.
Thank you. We'll need it.
To hell's with that. We don't need luck or bloody help. Now come on, with a hag to kill.
Look, cool. No disapproval on either side. I really didn't need to pick that up. I just hate when stuff's laying around. We've got plenty of food back at the camp. Make sure you've got your guidance or your skill buffs on before you get any closer, because right here it triggers the
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
yeah, I've already cast guidance. 15's a pretty tough check, but no problem. See through the illusion here. And we're in a pretty nasty looking bog here. So that inspiration for Outlander. And since we're on inspirations, I was kind of saving this until I was in a video. But I went back to the owlbear cave to loot this. If you don't kill the owlbear yourself, after your first long rest, the goblins actually go there and kill her. And then you find the owlbear cub in the goblin camp. This right here will be inspiration for Guild Artisan. From my experience, I've played over 1,000 hours in this game. Guild Artisan has a ton of inspirations. Like, as far as I can tell, like I said, from my experience of several playthroughs, Guild Artisan literally can get the most inspirations throughout the playthrough. That was my first one so far in this playthrough.
Watch your back. How delicious.
But again, overall, they can wind up with the most. There's a lot of spike traps. Dude, it's so aggravating.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Karlach's got a necklace for guidance, and I thought you could only use it once, but apparently, like, I don't know how many times you can use it in a day. Dude, come on.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Yeah, if you're not careful, like, you can walk through here avoiding these traps, but problem is, if you just let your party, like, follow behind you, I guarantee you one of them's going to trip it. So it's best to, like I'm doing here, separate your party and walk them in, you know, one by one until you find it and disarm it.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
And since there's really no experience, I was actually expecting, like I almost said something before the die roll was finished, I was actually expecting the one on the previous one. I mean, it's like, this is another part of the whole random die roll bullshit. Do you know how often I roll a 1 on this crap when that's the only way for me to fail? Like with Astarion, he's got so many bonuses. Rolling a 1 is the only way for him to fail. And do you know how often I roll a 1 when doing this? It's bullshit. Random die rolls are bullshit. But since I've got 4 inspiration, I'm going to go ahead and just roll that again. I mean, I've even rolled double 1s. Like, I'm sorry, when you're rolling D20s and you're rolling with advantage, rolling 2 dice, you know, math is not my strong suit on being able to calculate the odds of that happening. But let me just tell you something. Rolling the same number twice, even not with advantage, but just back-to-back die rolls, rolling the same number is just absolute absurdity.
Someone had some fun.
It's an absolute absurdity how often I'm rolling multiple
Let's get going.
That might be worth a look.
Now all of these barbed bushes, you do have to roll, I think, a sleight of hand check to not get like pricked. And it will cause bleed damage if you do fail it. And I believe it's like poisonous apples, or it might not be out. There is, I think it is poisonous apples. Now this is, where I'm going to is an encounter where you find out some information about Kagha, whatever her name is, in the Druid Grove. The one that's in charge while Halsin is absent. First though, turn-based.
Eager for battle.
I need to do some healing here before I start this combat. If you've missed previous episodes, instead of drinking your potion, go to throw the healing potion. Wow, that got all 3 of them. So I just healed 24 hit points with 1 potion. Now the biggest problem with this encounter right here are the mud methods. You definitely want to, oh crap, and there is one right there. Oh, stop this. Alright, I hit. Why is that one still moving? Perfect. Yeah, these ancient mud methods will sling mud at you, which is a pain in the butt. And
Well.
they also summon like lesser mud methods that are very annoying. So if you can take these suckers. Ooh, crap! They're coming to investigate. These guys really aren't that big a deal. The only problem with these guys right here is they do have regeneration if they're standing on like plant growth or something, or vines. They'll do vines on you to entangle you. If they're standing on that, it regenerates them. So the only way to counteract that regeneration, shit, I just got spotted. The only way to counteract that regeneration is to use fire on them. But if they're standing in water, it's, like as you can see, when they're wet, cold and lightning, they're vulnerable to it. So it does double damage. Regeneration, if they start their turn on twisting vines, unless they recently took fire damage. Now, I probably should have brought Gale here, because I don't really have any other than arrows. I've got arrows that I can use for fire and cold and lightning and all that. But the main thing I want to do is get rid of this mud method first. Might not be able to do that though.
I got this.
Okay, Astarian's the only one that's not locked in combat.
Got it.
Now by doing this right here, jumping back across, the wood woads or whatever they're called will not be able to get to me. Yeah, wood woad will not be able to get to me. These things still will, and again, they have ranged attack. They throw mud at you. But this will get me out of range of those two dudes.
Let's have some fun.
Now, if I get any closer, Astarion's going to have to roll stealth. If I fail stealth, he'll have to roll initiative, but he'll probably still win initiative. Actually, it looks like... That's weird. Huh. Not really understand. Oh, he's going to move forward and attack regular. So I could just make sure. Oh, get out of here. Whatever, man. Notice how this thing blew up. It didn't really do that much damage. Well, it did a decent amount of damage to that one. So you definitely don't want those things getting on you.
Let's spill some blood. A subtle approach.
There's still two more of those ancient mud methods. Now, if you kill the ancient mud method first, the ones that he summoned will die. So I try not to focus my attention on the summoned ones. But sometimes you might not have a choice. For example, son of a bitch. Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, the little ones blow up too.
Let's find some prey.
I've got a fire wine barrel on me. I should have dropped it before I jumped across. That would have been great. Well, like I said, sometimes you just got to deal with these things. But don't remember, they blow up. So I kind of need to get away from them. I could do another thunder wave. Except notice how... Oh, there we go. And it... Wait, huh? It only did... Oh my god, dude, are you serious? 2d8, I did 3 damage. Oh my god. Fucking horse shit. Now, since these things blow up, I need to throw this damn thing away from me. Pow! Perfect.
Let's have some courage.
Awesome. Nice little chain reaction there. Now, because this one's on fire, you see where it says regeneration broken? It's burning. This one's still in the water, so it's not burning, but it won't regenerate unless it's on. Like, they'll cast vines on you to, like, entangle you and shit, so they shouldn't regenerate unless they're standing on some kind of, those vines. But the problem is, these things are going to start throwing mud at me now. So you want to kind of like space out at this point. Don't be all grouped up.
Just like those arrows. We'll do it my way.
Dude, seriously?
Make way.
Oh, it flew over and punched me instead of throwing mud at me. Oh, here we go, mud flame. Yeah, that's right. Stand next to those guys so when you blow up, it'll do damage to them. Did I save that mud? Yeah, I must have saved against that mud. So, let's see what else we can do here. Actually, this one is... Nope. See, when they're not wet, they're vulnerable to fire, not cold and lightning. Yeah, I definitely should have brought a star. I wish I had dropped that barrel over there, but... What about...
What do I have to lose?
Again, this thing is going to blow up, so I want to throw it.
There's blood in the air.
Those things do a lot of damage area effect-wise. It hit them both. Alright, so we're done with the methods now. Now we can just deal with these woads. This is really annoying. Sometimes I cast this and it will be there to throw it, and then other times I literally have to go in here and do this every time. It's really annoying. After all the updates and as long as this game's been out, you would think that would have been fixed.
This'll help.
Shall we dance?
Victory awaits. My path be true.
Go on.
The dance macabre.
I am fury. I am death.
Whoa, there it is. So yeah, it'll cast Entangle on you, and again, if it's like, that's another reason why, you know, you should range them and not get into melee with them, because they'll do that on you, and they'll be standing in it, then they'll start regenerating. It's like 10 hit points a turn too, so.
Good idea, Kagha.
Dude, what in the world is this? These 18? Yeah, they do have a pretty high AC.
Missed this.
Because I'm entangled, I was rolling with disadvantage, but I still hit the sucker. And broke the entangle, good. Wait, I thought I broke the, oh. Whatever. That's funny, I'm still hitting with disadvantage. And they got a high AC. I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, you know, sometimes I roll consecutive 20s, like literally rolling two 20s back to back. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But at least it goes in my favor. But sometimes it goes, you know, does that for them too. They'll roll multiple 20s against you. Now there's, when you go around here, I believe it's something you have to pass a perception check to spot it. But you'll come across a letter. I'll just wait till we get around here to it, but
What a day.
alright, make sure you got your guidance on. And when you know you're coming up to something, it's usually better just to go ahead and separate. That way, in case you fail, your whole party doesn't all roll at the same time. And then you can give you a chance to cast guidance on the other party members and just walk them up one and see how you failed it.
Assume nothing.
Still breathing, despite everything.
That tree's been marked. Hardly nature's work.
I've got a long road ahead.
I was tempted to, but when you see stuff like this, you can burn it. All right, letter to Kagha. Cloakwood to Baldur's Gate. Now, if you remember, if you ever played Baldur's Gate 1, which you can do, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are available on PlayStation. This goes back to Baldur's Gate 1, where Cloakwood, there was a ring of shadow druids in the Cloakwood. So it says there at the bottom, once cloistered, the Emerald Grove will be the Shadow Druid's domain, and you its first druid. So this is a letter, to Kagha, basically confirming, like, I guess this is like her initiation or whatever. Like, as long as she does that rite that's going on in the grove, where they're locking down the grove, then she'll be one of the shadow druids and first druid of that grove. So now that we found that letter, we can go back to the grove and confront Kagha. Sometimes it sounds like they're pronouncing it Korga. Like one of the other druids when talking to her. And I think even Halson, it almost sounds like they're pronouncing it Korga. I don't need all that food. Now, I'm not going to just fast travel back to the grove just yet. There is a... there is a checkpoint, waypoint, whatever the hell you call it. Another teleportation spot right over here. Outside the Hag's Lair. Ethel. And there's still more of those traps too. But again, there's no experience for disarming the traps. So, you can just avoid them. You don't have to go around disarming them all. Now, if you failed the illusion check when you first get here, these will just appear as regular apples, not poisoned apples. It only reveals them as poisoned apples if you succeed that, or once the illusion is dropped. Like, it'll automatically drop once you encounter Ethel in her house.
That's curious.
I love how I'm the highest wisdom. And I'm the one always failing these perception and survival checks. Alright, there it is. Now that I've unlocked that, I'll go ahead and confront Kagha, or whatever. Now keep in mind too, when you confront her, going to go ahead and end it here, and I'll start a separate video for the... screw it, let's go ahead and do it. I was going to just do a separate video so that it's only a few minutes long and not like a 30-minute video, but... oh, what's the fun in that? What I was going to say, though, before I interrupted myself was, you're going to... I mean, you can't think for one second you're going to confront her about joining the Shadow Druids and think there's not going to be a fight. So I'm going to heal up real quick. Group hug. Group hug.
Action, not reaction.
No time to rest.
Standing in this grass is not helping me make sure I'm getting all three of us. I did, I got all three of us. Okay. Now I could have just short rested, but what's the fun in that? I'm gonna go ahead and drink another potion with... need to disperse some of these potions here. Alright, there, now we're all at full.
So that's progress.
And I'm a firm believer in saving often. I'm not one of these save scumming, I'm just going to call them idiots because... sorry, I screwed over my wire there. Yeah, save scumming. I'm just going to go ahead and call whoever like started that as an idiot, because, I mean, when you're playing a game like this, you're encouraged to save often, like frequently, like... and it's just an overall time saver. I mean, imagine like if you know, die or party wipe or even just make a mistake. Like, I mean, I've made the mistake of just hitting the wrong dialogue option and it's like, oh, hell no, I gotta reload, you know? So that whole honor mode really just kind of irks me, you know, like makes me sick to my stomach because it's just so stupid to have a single save file that you can't even reload. It's pretty annoying. Because again, while I was trying honor mode, I made mistakes by selecting the wrong dialogue option, and then you're just stuck. Anyway, it is what it is. So I did save it. I'm just going to make sure I saved it after going off on that little rant. Yeah, so, you know, screw it. If they want to call you save scumming, just save scum the shit out of it, okay? I mean, it is what it is. I'm just doing that just in case.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Now, I never really talked to her after saving the little tiefling girl. So that's why she made that comment. But because I found that letter, it unlocked that first option. I know the truth. You mean to, you know, join the Shadow Druids. And then as soon as I said that, those three little rats that have been running around reveal themselves.
That damn nose of yours has gone poking in our business.
Mistress Ollerton, I can explain.
Shh. No need. It couldn't be helped.
Kagha, what is the meaning of this?
You think yourself quite the spy, don't you? Go on, tell him.
So did you hear how it sounded like he said Kagha?
What's in the colloquial word? Kagha, have you lost your mind?
Halsin is weak, Wrath. But in the shadows, we are strong. We are safe. There is no other way.
You and Halsin welcome untouchables to your midst. You defile the grove for the sake of harmony.
Oliden speaks truth. Who among you disagrees? Who would see this grove in ruin?
The choice is made. Kagha, burn the tainted away. Start with the snitch.
As you say, Oliden.
Now this is where you have the opportunity to persuade Kagha to, like persuade her back away from the Shadow Druids. Now I think either way, because I'm wearing that Crown of Intelligence, either one of these I think I pretty much, well, I take that back. Stat-wise, I have a +3 for either one of these, but I'm actually proficient in Persuasion. So I need to go with Persuasion. And then you can detect thoughts, try to get some more information, unlock a different dialogue option. And then this, like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm not joining the Shadow Druid, you fucking idiot. Like, what the hell? Alright, so yeah, I'm going with the Persuasion option. Now, I don't necessarily have to do this. I could just kill Kagha. Kagha. But it will make it a more difficult battle. And this is actually tactician difficulty, so I'm not really sure I want that kind of a battle on my hands at level 4.
Kagha's voice breaks and her lips tremble. She heard reason in your words.
So I could use Persuasion again, but this Druid option might be the best.
Kagha eyes you intently as you speak the text etched into the frescoes. By claw and tooth, from root to thorn, the old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. In darkest hour a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. The towers seized, the battle done, the moonrise broke the darkest one.
When the darkest hour fell, it was us that brought light. Sylvanas demands we illuminate shadow, not hide within it. How was I so blind?
Careful, Kagha. The shadows don't forgive.
I belong to the shadows no longer. You've no power over me.
You would question my power. Mother Earth, hear me. Grant me your wrath.
Now, if you fail to persuade Kagha to, away from the Shadow Druids, some of these other druids will still side with her. Hey, that's that little dude we saved in the Goblin Cave. So again, it would be a much harder battle if you failed to convince her. Just choose not to convince her, because then not only are you fighting her, that's 4, but then I know this dude right here, he's kind of a dick. He'll join them. He'll be against you. Now, I'm not sure if anybody dies here, if it affects the saving all the tiefling refugees. I mean, there's no tieflings here, but still, again, I'm not sure if it would affect. I didn't even think about it till just now. Nice. Now wait a minute. How could he have changed shape? And then it's whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this dude over here. I don't want him shape changing again.
Victory awaits.
Rolled a 2. Alright, so I probably should not have cast that. Because casting that, apparently it's using my wisdom and not my strength. See, I've got a higher strength, so I figured since my strength is higher, it would just automatically use the higher of the two, but apparently not. So I probably should not have even cast that. Now, I'm not sure why once per turn. Dude, whatever. Oh, that's right. When that dude moved away from me, I used it against him. That's why it was saying only once per turn. Oh shit! I wasn't even paying attention to that damn moonbeam. Apparently he wasn't paying attention to that moonbeam either. Oh, come on! Dude, that pisses me off, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Who was that? Oh, well, actually, I think it was the guy that I said was a dick anyway.
Easy. Swift and lethal.
I don't understand why sometimes it will show up there and just it's freaking irritating. People are still getting roasted by that moonbeam over there. Oh, brother. All right, let's see what's up.
Danger. Seems I've proven him right. Sylvanas bid me to protect my people from harm. Yet I was the one to inflict it. There was but one druid who guarded the circle, who protected our ways. We are forever in your debt.
Is that for me?
You burn like fire. You howl like wind. You are Faith Warden. Take our gift, and be known. May I not be the last monster you vanquish. When you speak, the circles will listen. Among druids, your words will shine brighter than sun. I endangered a child. I betrayed the circle's trust. We will stop the right, and I will stand trial. My fate lies with Sylvanas. May he have mercy. We will grant them safe harbor until they depart. Meanwhile, help us contend with the goblins. Perhaps we can dissuade them from attacking. It began with a letter. There was no messenger, it simply appeared. Olodin came soon after. An army was coming, she said. Goblins, drow, and more still. Legions upon legions. The druids of Cloakwood knew the dangers this would bring. They ordained that all circles cast the right to shelter from the storm. Olodin taught me to harness the Tree Father's power to wall us in. In return, well, you know the rest. I would turn the grove over to them. I won't forget the wounds I've inflicted. I pray Halcyon returns to heal them in full.
Pale oak. So I can cast vines and they don't affect me movement-wise or entangle me. It seems pretty limited in effectiveness, but why not? It's better than the staff that I had already. All right. Notice how his corpse is red. So it would be theft if I tried to loot his corpse. Now, there is another way to... I'm not sure if it initiates the same way, but there is a chest back here. That's Kagha's chest.
Well, hello. Let's get to the shadows. With ease.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
So it's a similar letter, half-torn note. And a book. So you can kind of, I'm not sure if it triggers the same way, but if you loot that, it might happen out the same way. I'm not sure. But anyway, all right. So that is dealing with that. So thanks for watching. Now you can go talk to Zevlor. Let's go ahead and go talk to Zevlor. Crap, Astarian's still in hide. Nope, there we go, he's out of hide. Now the idol is still there, so you still have the opportunity to steal it if you choose to. Because Mole, one of the little tiefling kids, he did ask you to steal it if you talk to him in the little hideout here. Yeah, back to the whole save scumming and the idiots that even started that. Like, there's no bigger waste of time than dying and having to replay what you've already played. You know what I mean?
I'm told the druids have stopped their damn chanting. What happened? Truly? Thank you. I need to it's... If you could... Yes? What is it?
I thought he would give you something, but... Oh yeah, Hell Pride's, or Hell Rider's Pride is a pretty decent set of gauntlets here. When you heal another creature, it gains resistance to bludgeon, piercing, and slashing damage. So those, I love putting those on like Shadowheart. So when she heals, I mean, she can like do a group heal, but it doesn't even have to be Shadowheart. There's a necklace that you find later that has a single heal and a group heal. So it doesn't even take a spell slot. But you know, druids, they're healers too. So this is great when you're using like group heals. To give everybody resistance. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.